SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thanks, Nancy. A mine worker found dead at Impala Platinum Mine in Rustenburg, and inspectors arrive in Iran for nuclear talks. Good afternoon. Northwest Police say a miner was found dead and another injured in the early hours of this morning at Impala Platinum Mine in Rustenburg. They say about 600 dismissed miners were seen gathering at Freedom Park last night. Miners were dismissed almost 3 weeks ago after embarking on an illegal strike demanding wage increases. The strike is still ongoing as thousands of miners are refusing to be rehired. Police spokesperson Tulani Ngubane says a case of murder and attempted murder is being investigated.
I can confirm that late last night at about 10 o'clock, we saw about 600 people gathering at Freedom Park. They then moved to one of the mining shafts where they wanted to cause havoc and attempted to burn down the shaft. Then in the early hours of this morning, we got a report that one miner was found dead. We can confirm that at this stage we are investigating 2 counts, a count of murder and also a count of attempted murder. The ICD has also been informed. They are also doing their part.
Correctional Services Minister Mapisa has assured the country that the new medical parole law will not open floodgates that would see thousands of prisoners being released. She says it's aimed at releasing prisoners who are very sick but not necessarily dying. Mapisa explains.
We need to relook at our medical parole policy and actually come out with a medical parole policy that will allow for all inmates who are sick in our correctional facilities, not because we believe they are going to die tomorrow, to be considered for parole. Of course, depending on whether that inmate does not pose a danger, a risk to society or not.
Murder-accused Molemo Jubjub Marohanye has contradicted himself, admitting that he's seen people take drugs, something he denied last year. Marohanye has told the court drugs are common in the music industry, but has denied ever taking drugs. He's being cross-examined in the Protea Magistrates Court. Marohanye and co-accused Temba Chabalala are facing several charges, including murder, after their cars allegedly crashed into learners and killed 4 while 2 others were injured. Pearl Magubane reports.
Jub Marohanye told the court last year that he has never witnessed anyone take drugs and only saw it in the movies. Now today, during cross-examination, he has admitted to seeing people take drugs and say it is a norm in the music industry. He has also told the court that co-accused Temba Shabalala had whiskey in his car prior to the fatal accident. The trial continues. Pearl Magubane, SABC News, Protea Magistrates Court.
The Voortrekker Monument in Pretoria is to be declared a National Heritage Site to evoke a spirit of nation building and reconciliation. Home Affairs Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma has made this announcement in Pretoria. She says a series of monuments and memorials to celebrate struggle heroes will be unveiled later this year. These will include an upgrading of O.R. Tambo's house in the Eastern Cape village of Ngatolo and Winnie Madikizela Mandela's house in Brandfort. Dlamini Zuma says several graves of struggle heroes like Walter and Albertina Sisulu will also be declared heritage sites. The Voortrekker Monument was built between 1937 and 1949 to commemorate the centenary of the Great Trek, which saw mainly ancestors of the Afrikaners emigrate from the then Cape Colony to the interior. South Africa's biggest black-owned accounting firm, Sizwe Nzaluba Gobodo Limited, has won a 60 million rand annual auditing contract from Transnet South Africa. This will be one of the biggest auditing contracts awarded for a company from government. Public Enterprise Minister Malusi Gigaba has announced that the black-owned auditing firm will be in charge of external auditing for Transnet for a period of 5 years. Transnet says the firm met all the procurement criteria and will help in strengthening the accounting profession for previously disadvantaged people in the country. Sizwe Nzaluba Gobodo is the 5th largest accounting and auditing firm in the country and employs over 900 people, mostly black accountants. And finally, further afield, senior United Nations inspectors arrived in Tehran for talks on Iran's disputed nuclear program. This comes a day after the Islamic State responded defiantly to tightened EU sanctions by halting oil sales to British and French companies.